What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here on NBA 2K26 here for another rebuild, and we have a team, of course, in the Eastern Conference, that being the Milwaukee Bucks, who have Giannis Antetokounmpo still, and then they have Miles Turner, and then you just kind of have everything else. It almost felt inevitable that Giannis would maybe request a trade this offseason, but the Bucks pulled out all the stops. Of course, they went ahead and waived and stretched Damian Lillard so they could at least do something in free agency, and that they did. So it looks like Giannis is still going to give this another chance. So let's go ahead and jump in, rebuild the Milwaukee Bucks, and we got to decide, does Giannis stay or does he go? We'll find out kind of with the flow of this rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. If you'd like to help us reach that goal, that would be awesome. Of course, if you're a Bucks fans watching this, I'm not like advocating that I want Giannis out of Milwaukee. It's just kind of like what is on the wall. Trust me, as a Blazers fan, when the Dame thing was popping up, I was in denial about it all. Like, I don't want Damian Lillard gone. Like, I don't care what anybody thinks, and I get that. And obviously, Giannis, Damian Lillard, two totally different players. Giannis is way better and has already won the Bucks a championship. So I get why the Bucks, I get why Bucks fans don't want to see Giannis leave, and I understand that. But for his career and what this roster looks like, it just doesn't seem like this is going to turn into a contender with limited assets they do have. But who knows? Maybe they pull a rabbit out of their hat. I don't know. But Miles Turner is a nice addition. He should fit well next to Giannis Antetokounmpo. But ultimately, will it be enough in this East? We shall find out. The good thing for them is, of course, as we're all aware, the East is somewhat weak this season because of all the injuries. So, of course, you still have Doc Rivers as our head coach as well. We have Miles Turner and Giannis in the front court. My ultimate goal is to try to make it work with Giannis Antetokounmpo. That would be my ultimate goal, but obviously it's going to be tough. So let's see if the Damian Lillard thing is in this game. It is. Okay, so dead cap is here with Damian Lillard. It's kind of funny how that's a player. It's showing up as a player option in 2027, 8, whatever. But if we look at our rotation going into year one, this is what it's looking like. So we have Cole Anthony, new addition, Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma, Giannis, Miles Turner, Bobby Portis, KPJ, Ryan Rollins, and Taurean Prince as your rotation. And then this is kind of what the rest of the roster is looking like. It probably does make sense to get AJ Green some run, obviously one of their better shooters. So if we can get him in here, that'd be great, which we will. 10-minute rotation. So Giannis and Miles Turner need to, of course, average a ton of minutes here because they are going to be the strong suits, are the strength of this team. So we got to get Giannis probably even more than just what he's asking for right now. So, or what he's getting right now. So 38 minutes a night. I'll give Miles Turner 37. So something like that. So Giannis and Miles Turner, I need them to ball out, and we're going to see how it goes with them. Shot tendencies, Giannis's is obviously super high. And then Miles Turner, I might bump it up a little bit because he's probably going to have to become the second guy here. So I'm going to boost his shot tendency up just a tad bit, and we'll see what happens. And then one thing that I don't know why 2K does this, it's like this in 2K25 as well. Kyle Kuzma's shot tendency is just kind of ridiculous. I don't really want this man shooting that much, I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to push Cole Anthony down quite a bit too. So Kuzma can shoot maybe a tad bit, but not as much as 90 and 90. That seems a little too crazy. But all right, I will see you guys either at the trade deadline or at the end of the season. I don't plan on trading Giannis at the trade deadline. I would take this into the offseason if that were the case. I'm hoping we're good, and maybe I can somehow make a trade at the deadline to upgrade the team. That would be my hope, but I'll find out. So we are at the trade deadline as we're 21 and 29. Trust me, I'm not planning to trade Giannis at this current moment. We are still a playing team. I'm kind of hoping to upgrade in some ways. So basically, Giannis and Miles Turner are doing their thing, which is nice. But what I'd like to do is upgrade our point guard position because I think we get away with our, forwards the way they are right now, obviously. Kuzma might be the, the contract we try to use. We'll see. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at the point guard spot. I have a couple guys in mind that I would go after. So the first guy is going to be Charlotte's Colin Sexton. It's not sexy, but like I said, our assets are very limited. So Colin Sexton's one guy I'm looking at. And the other guy would be DeJounte Murray, who could be kind of an interesting guy to go grab, where he's obviously coming off of an Achilles. New Orleans right now is bad. We probably could get him, so that's kind of where I'm leaning towards. So which one would we rather have? We would rather have like the flexibility that Sexton is expiring. We can decide what to do with him after that. Or do we feel like Murray's probably the better player to go grab because he is better? I don't know. I think I'm going to try for both, but I'm going to start with New Orleans first. So let's see if we have what it takes to get to Murray. He has 2 years left in his deal. He does have a player option, so we have to keep that in mind. But he'd be a solid guard to have next to his team going forward. So the only tradable big contract we have is Kuzma's, which obviously I'm okay with trading that. So Kuzma for DeJounte Murray. I mean, they probably wouldn't want to do this if you're New Orleans. We probably have to give them something pretty sweet to get them to accept this. Like, do we have anything? Like I said, our assets, man, they are so limited. So the only thing I can think to throw them is just a pick, which is, I guess, this one. Like, this is all we could do. Or we could just try for Sexton instead and not have to trade a first at all. I'm going to try that because I really don't want to trade a first just yet. I don't think Murray is the necessary move. So can I just get away with, I mean, technically, we don't even have any seconds to throw at them. There's no way they're going to accept this then. They want a first round pick. They'll give me a second. I mean, I think if I'm throwing a first, I'd rather just grab DeJounte Murray then. Unless if I can get away with giving them a player instead, but I doubt it. So if I threw Ajax, which they can't even do that. So yeah, more than likely, we're going to have to throw a pick at the deadline. What about KPJ and you give me, I don't know, like, I guess Diabate? No, we can't do it. So if I'm going to trade a first here, I think I'd rather have DeJounte Murray. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and offer this for DeJounte Murray. So let's see what they say to this. They say no. I mean, it's possible that even if we throw them a pick, they'd still say no. If I threw them this, they do agree. Okay, so we trade one of our first for DeJounte Murray. I mean, I feel decent about that. We needed to make an upgrade, and we did that. So DeJounte Murray feels like a solid addition. Will be enough. That I can't say for sure, but it's done now. So now our small forward spot is looking pretty weak. Is there anybody? I mean, I guess Taurean Prince probably has to step up right there because, yeah, DeJounte Murray, Gary Trent, Taurean Prince, Giannis, probably running 9 rotation for the rest of the season as well. So that's going to be your starting 5, which doesn't seem too bad with Bobby Portis, Cole Anthony, KPJ, and Ryan Rollins. We have 3 point guards come off the bench right now. So yeah, I guess it is what it is on that note. But all right. How much better does DeJounte Murray make us? I don't know, but I'm hoping a little bit. It's an upgrade, and we'll see if it pays off or not. So Shea is your MVP, Flag is your Rookie of the Year, Scoot is your 6-man, Wimby's your D-Poi, Akita is your Most Improved, and D-Book's your Clutch Player, Mike Brown's your Coach of the Year, and Executive goes to Zachary Staples, Brunson is your Cup MVP. So Giannis does make an All-NBA first team, which is great. Here's your All-NBA second and All-NBA third team, All Defensive first team and All Defensive second team, and here is our rookie team. So yeah, this season, I think we got better, but I mean, I don't know. We still don't finish the best. 25 from Giannis, 19 from Miles Turner, 18 from DeJounte Murray, which doesn't seem like a bad big 3. Not fantastic, but it could be worse, right? I am going to go ahead and shrink this down to an 8-man rotation because I don't really feel good about what our bench currently is anyway. And then I also might consider moving like KPJ to the 3, which is weird right now. No, I probably won't do that. Maybe backup 2 guard, and that will be, yeah, I guess that will be a thing. So we'll move that. So KPJ, Cole Anthony, Bobby Portis, Miles Turner is going to be kind of your bench. Like I said, it's not great. If you look at our team stats for this season, offensively, we were, wow, pretty bad. 21st, not great. And defensively, hopefully we're decent with Miles Turner and Giannis. Yeah, 14th. Okay, well, Chicago is our first round matchup. I would imagine if the Bucks were in the play-in and then if we lose, that would probably spell the end of Giannis, but I don't know if I'm going to make it the end. I'm really hoping that we get into the playoffs here. Chicago is giving us some issues on that, and they are going to beat us. So 102 to 123, that's immediately not a good sign. Philly or Toronto is our next matchup. It will be Philly. I mean, even if we win this, we get to go play the Knicks, and the Knicks usually make it to the NBA Finals in year 1. So, I mean, I think we're probably doomed either way. If we get eliminated here, not a good look, and we do. 130 to 120. I mean, ultimately, if this were to be the case, I would think that probably seals the deal that Giannis is going to want out. I would have to imagine that this is not something he would look at and be like, okay, I'm going to stick around. I think based off what we just saw, we tried a one last second, Hail Mary move to get Murray. The Clippers, who are under a lot of fire right now, probably do a rebuild on them tomorrow, maybe with Kawhi off the team. Because, man, Pablo Torres has found some crazy evidence against them. We'll see if Dave or Adam Silver does anything, though. I mean, he's been known to be pretty soft for the most part. So, not really sure I expect anything major, but we'll see. All right, so like I said, this feels like the end of the Giannis chapter. We have I don't think we're actually supposed to have this pick, if I'm not. Okay, so our pick. We get 11th overall, which, are we even supposed to have this pick? I don't think so. Pretty sure that's incorrect information. The Hawks get the best pick, and I think New Orleans should get the second best. And then I think we traded the other option. So I'm going to be sending this pick to New Orleans like it's supposed to, because obviously the Bucks are not supposed to have the 11th pick, unless New Orleans is in here somewhere. which obviously theirs is at 8, but I'm pretty sure the Hawks, get the best, Pelicans get the second, and then the Bucks would get the worst. And our pick, obviously, I think got traded to the Pelicans, which I'm not even seeing their name so far. So I don't know. It's kind of confusing. Regardless, I don't believe I'm supposed to have this pick. One thing we can definitely do is get rid of Doc Rivers. Yeah, he's gone. So we're going to get rid of Doc Rivers, and we do have like Charles Lee or Jamal Mosley here, which wouldn't be too bad either. So I'll go for Jamal Mosley, and he will sign with us. And Mosley is going to be the new coach of the Bucks. So now we had a draft night. Now the question is, do we make the trade happen now, or do we wait? Like I said, I think with Giannis, with us being eliminated, I would have to imagine last year of his deal with the player option next year, it probably makes the most sense for the Bucks to go ahead and trade him. So that is what I'm going to do. Obviously, Giannis is one of the best players in the NBA. So if I just throw him in the 2K trade finder, I'm probably not going to get the best equal. It does not give me any offers anyway. So you guys know, if you watch my videos, when it comes to superstar trades, especially Giannis, we have to make our own trade because we will not get what it would be equal to in real life, what the value would be. Obviously, he's going to go for a ton regardless of the contract situation. So we're going to be sending Giannis to wherever we see fit to put us in the best position to reset this franchise. So without further ado, go find a trade partner. So I have crafted a trade. I'm not gonna lie, it's not perfect, I'll be honest with you, but it's what I have. So basically what I'm trying to accomplish is the Bucks GM is I am trying to get our pick in this draft and our pick next year. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish right now, and we are set to do that. So I'm gonna be sending Giannis to Atlanta to pair with Trae Young, Jalen Johnson, Porzingis, which seems like a really good team in the East. So we're still trading Giannis in the conference, which seems kind of crazy, but we need to get our picks back somehow. Ricochet's coming over. Our pick in this draft's coming over. Okongwu is going to go to New Orleans so we can get our pick. So the Pelicans are going to be trading for Okongwu. We get an unprotected Atlanta pick, an unprotected Atlanta pick, and an Ace and Newell. We also get Jordan Poole's contract, which is just an expiring deal, I believe, actually. Yeah, it's the last of his deal, so it's not really important. Basically, Ricochet and all the draft picks plus our picks back is what we're doing. So I'm going to offer this trade, and the trade is going to go through, and that is what we get. So that's the trade. Is it perfect? Obviously not. Just thought of something on the fly there, and we have now officially gone a different direction. Giannis is heading to Atlanta, while we have hit the reset button, have our pick in this draft and next year's draft, which is super important to retool as much as we possibly can. Let's go ahead and jump to the 11th pick in this draft, which is obviously, like I said, our pick. So let's go see, or is the 8th pick? Sorry, not the 11th pick. So we have Nate. Oh my gosh, I just had him. Oh, Chris is not bad as well, but I just had Nate in the Charlotte Hornets video, but this is too good a value to pass up. I mean, him and Ricochet as our forwards go in the future, I like it. Chris is not bad either, but I gotta take Nate Ament here out of Tennessee. So that's gonna be an easy way to start this rebuild. Nate and Ricochet, I can get down with that. Chris would have been fine too, but like I said, I think we made the right decision. 77 overall. Elijah Reynolds would have been cool too, but Nate Ament just seems like way too good a value there. So player options, KPJ, Jericho Sims will be accepted. And then qualifying offers, Livingston, which I guess will extend the offer on him as well. For free agency, we have Thonis and Livingston. Obviously, we're probably out of the Thonis's market now. They just signed him back not that long ago. But this is what we're looking like. So we have Murray, Ryan Rollins. Obviously, we have the capability of just tanking next year. So we will more than likely go in that direction. So we kind of have a starting 5 already, basically as is. But I do think it's in our best interest to trade Miles Turner, at least this offseason. I think we can go in a different direction there. I think there'd be a lot of teams that would want him. And then we can basically go from there. So Murray, Poole will be 2 guys I'd love to move here eventually as well. Probably wait to trade Murray at the deadline. Poole will probably be somebody I just hang on to. He's a big contract, so it'd probably be hard for anybody to trade for him anyway. So I'm going to make the Miles Turner trade and potentially Bobby Portis as well in this offseason. A lot of work to be done this offseason, but it was a necessary thing to do. This trade a lot from the Los Angeles Lakers. They need a big for the future. They're not sure about DeAndre Ayton. Miles Turner next to Luka Doncic sounds like a good deal to me. We get LaRavia and Connect. I'm down for this. I'm going to go ahead and make this trade happen. So that's the first one. And now it's on to Bobby Portis. I think we'll be doing this trade the Sacramento Kings. We're basically just going to be getting a first-round pick from them. It's top tier protected. I mean, I don't know why the Kings would do this, but why do the Kings do many things? Apparently, they're trying to trade Malik Monk to get Russell Westbrook. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but it's been kind of like, that's been like an old report, don't get me wrong. But yeah, the Kings are going to king. So that is not the smartest move for them, but they're obviously not the smartest franchise. So we move. So yeah, there's a lot of logjam at the guard spot right now, but obviously none of these guys are long-term options. This team low-key could flirt with the playoffs next year. I probably should sign a center as well because we basically don't have one anymore. So there's Mark Williams who we could throw an offer at, and he might develop into something for us. There's Daron Sharp, which I always love getting him. So I'm going to give Daron Sharp a deal to be our backup 5. And we'll probably just, yeah, or starting 5 probably. Sharp will probably start for us. Okay, that's our offseason. I feel good about it. We've moved on to the next chapter. We got Riche up to an 84. Connect is up. Prince is up. Gary Trent, Ryan Rollins is up. So a lot of work to be done. Asa Newell, also someone I'm very excited about getting him in that trade. I think him and Nate Ament's going to be a very good, powerful rotation for the future. All right, let's get into the rotation. It's going to be a big logjam in the guard spot. A lot of work to be done there. But we basically know who the future is. It's going to be, Riche, Nate Ament, Asa Newell, and I think those are the 3 I can think of at the top of my head, and probably some other guys too. So here is a rotation going into year number 2. DeJounte Murray, Dalton Connect, Riche, Asa Newell, Daron Sharp, Jordan Poole, and Nate Ament. Honestly, I'm fine with starting probably Nate Ament out of the gate, so we'll just do that. Asa Newell will still have, like I said, a big role here, but this is your rotation. Still a lot of names to be traded. We're power ranked 25th overall. Obviously, the most ideal thing here is we suck this year. Let's get a good pick in 2027, get whatever we can get there, and then we can kind of think about it after that because we know in 2028 we don't have our pick. So that's the main thing I want to worry about is just collecting as many things as we can in the offseason, flip as many guys at the deadline. I'm hoping to be bad. We'll make ourselves worse at the deadline. Then we have a plan, set in action, and I think it's going to pay off. So I think I do have a move at the trade deadline I want to make. We're going to be sending DeJounte Murray and Taurean Prince over to the Spurs. They want to give us Mark Williams and Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson's not someone I'm going to keep, but Mark Williams, I mean, I was kind of looking at him in the offseason. I thought about giving him a contract. I decided against it. Obviously, Murray goes back to the Spurs as well. I know they have kind of a guard thing already as it is, but can't really think of any other trade that I like here. So the more I think about it, the more that Murray to San Antonio probably doesn't make a ton of sense, but I don't know. I'm going to make it happen anyway. So we get Mark Williams, which I feel good about at least having him as a body here. And I wanted to trade Murray at the trade deadline. There really wasn't any great offers, I'm going to be honest with you. So they want to start Keldon Johnson. I don't care about Keldon Johnson getting minutes at all this season. So he's going to get kicked out of the rotation. He's not going to be somebody I'm keeping whatsoever. So Asa Newell will get these minutes over him and we'll, just continue to roll with that. So Asa Newell will get 16 minutes tonight. Probably even give him more than that. Jordan Poole, I'm just going to expire in the offseason as well. I imagine matching his contract would be hard, and we'd probably be just taking on a long-term salary. So yeah, that's what it'll look like for the rest of the year. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We get rid of Murray. We get a center body that's probably going to stay either a backup or a starter. And we'll see what our pick looks like in the offseason. I'm hoping to get worse. I think trading Murray should make us worse. So Shea wins MVP, DeBanzo's Rookie of the Year, and Charlotte. Giddey's your 6-man, Wemby's your DPOY, most improved goes to Nick Smith. Murray's your clutch player, and Kidd is your Coach of the Year at 70 and 12, and Zachary Staples is your executive. Kyrie is your Cup MVP. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. All-defensive first team and all-defensive second team. And of course, we should get, hopefully, Asa Newell does make All-Rookie first team, which I guess he didn't crack a minute last year for the Hawks. That's fine. He played for us. And then Nate Ament is also on here, which is great. So we end up as a bad team in the East, which is what I wanted. Here are your player stats. You had 21 from Riche, 17 from Poole, 13 from Connect, 11 from Schroeder, 10 and 9 from Daron Sharp, 10 from Keldon Johnson, 10, 8, and 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and sim with these playoffs, see who wins the championship. The Hawks get eliminated in round 1, even with Giannis, Knicks, and Wolves, and the Timberwolves go on to win the championship. We got Brook Lopez, Harden retiring as Clippers. Let's go to the lottery, and let's see where our pick is projected to go. So our pick is projected to be at, am I blind or I don't see our pick at all. Interesting. So, I actually don't even know. Am I crazy? I'm staring at this. I don't even see us. Do we even have a pick here? We get number 3. I swear I didn't see our names, but regardless, we get the 3rd overall pick. So, I'm feeling good about that. The Rockets get Brooklyn's pick. Thunder get Clippers pick at 2. And I don't think I saw our name there, but I could be blind. Regardless, we got the 3rd pick. So, Giannis Antetokounmpo is gone. We bring in Riche and all these young players, and now we get the 3rd pick as well. This couldn't have gone any better. Stokes is going to Houston. We got Cameron Williams to OKC. Now, I'll be honest with you. I actually have no idea. So, it's this guy, right? Who else we got? We got Hugo. We have Cesar Nunez. I don't know much about the 2027 draft. But Cesar Nunez is sitting here with a Hall of Fame ceiling, Argentina forward. And we don't need to bring in another forward, but I mean, looks like he might be the guy here. And I know there's a lot of things about this guy too. I think I'm going to take Cesar Nunez, I guess, out of Argentina. Don't really know much about him, but we also get the 24th pick, I think, from the Kings trade. I don't know if there's anybody. I guess I'll take Shane Posey. I don't know. All right, that's going to be our draft. So did I make the right decision? Oh, God. 69 overall. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I just threw away the 3rd pick. You know, that happens sometimes. Yeah, that sucks. I should have just went with the guy I knew, but I took a shot on this guy who had Hall of Fame ceiling. Maybe he'll develop really well, but man, that feels disgusting. Schroeder, we are going to decline, and yeah, that'll be the rest. That sucks. I'm feeling really bad that I threw that pick away, not going to lie. But all right, I mean, like I said, maybe he develops and it'll all be okay, but not looking good right now. So here's what we have. Ryan Rollins at point guard, which I don't mind him as a backup. Connect is your starting 2 guard at the moment if we decide to keep him as a starter or, you know, he's the bench. Ricochet, Nate Ament, and then Ace Newell, and of course we drafted Cesar Nunez, and then we got Mark Williams, Daron Sharp, and Tyler Smith, which I don't hate. So I actually feel good about where our forward's at, and then I actually feel decent about where the team is at in general. Now, how much money do we, you know, have for a point guard spot? So like Anthony Black, definitely somebody I would not mind throwing an offer sheet to, or even Keontae George, but I will say Keontae George is a little bit more expensive. We do have the money though to, you know, get a little creative here. So as far as, you know, anything else, like Asar Thompson, there's Mitchell as well, Grady Dick, Cason Wallace. So I think I am looking at Anthony Black and George though, and thinking these could be the guys for us. So the problem is, will they get matched though? And there's a good chance they do. So I'm going to start with Keontae George. Well, actually, I'm going to start with Anthony Black. Keontae George is a little bit more, or Anthony Black's cheaper. So I'm going to give him $20 million to start things off here with him. So we'll give him 20 a year, see if the Magic want to match that. So we'll start with that. And then he'll be our starting point guard. I still like Connect. So I guess we just need a backup wing, and we should be good unless there's a good center. There's Lively, but again, probably something that would get matched even if we tried. So wing player, though, I should say, Asar Thompson would get matched probably. RJ Barrett, no thank you. DeAndre Hunter, Porter. There's Jaime Jaquez, I guess we could throw an offer to. Or there's like, I mean, Podziemski. There's Nick Smith, who's probably asked for a little too much money for my liking. Or we could just go for like Isaiah Joe or Miles McBride, who's also not asking for much money. Greek Whitehead feels like a decent guy to go for, but a little bit more expensive than I'd like to give him. So I am going to go ahead and see if I can throw an offer at... Oh, man. I thought I had enough. I guess maybe I'll just go Jaime Jaquez. I mean, he's young enough that I think this will be okay. Jaime Jaquez, I'll give him a deal. So Anthony Black or the Matt. Okay, honestly, I don't even know if I felt that confident about getting Jaime Jaquez. So I actually think I'm okay that they didn't. They matched that. So that's good. Ahmed Thompson's here unrestricted all of a sudden, which makes no sense, but you know, that's 2K for you. Grady Dick is still restricted. Cason Wallace. I'm seeing if there's anybody else that's unrestricted that's interesting. There's Isaiah Joe, which I guess we could just have him as another shooter here. But I kind of wanted some size. Peyton Watson doesn't sound too bad either off the bench, who isn't going to ask for much money. So I'm going to give Peyton Watson a deal. So that's probably going to be our offseason. I actually feel good about this. So let's go to play progression. Let's see how much development we do get. So Ricochet is up to an 88, Connect 85, 83 Anthony Black, 82 Nate Ament, 82 Mark Williams, 78 Ace Newell. I mean, I feel good. Tyler Smith is up to 75, so he's becoming an interesting player as well. Maybe he gets into the backup 3 role. We'll see. But I like it. We bring in, obviously, Peyton Watson and maybe have a role there too. But this could be a fun team going into next season. I don't know how good we'll be, but if Ricochet takes a jump and Nate Ament takes a jump, maybe we could make some noise. Star proficiency is 4-star going into the season, and I think I like our starting 5 quite a bit. So we got Anthony Black, Dalton Connect, Ricochet, Nate Ament, Mark Williams, Ace Newell, Ryan Rollins, Peyton Watson, and Daron Sharp. I think I can get behind that. Tyler Smith, not quite ready to get in the rotation just yet, but he is solid depth, and they do have Terrence Shannon on this team as well. Now, I want to look at shot tendencies to see who's going to be shooting. So obviously Ricochet is going to have a big role here, which I'm fine with that. And then I like Nate Ament to take a little bit of a jump here as well this season because, yeah, we're going to need him to. So Nate Ament and Ricochet, if you guys want to become the guys here, that'd be great. I mean, we're a 4-star balance. Do we make the playoffs this year? We have no incentive to tank anymore. So if we make the playoffs, I'd be more than happy with that. And so far, we're off to a damn good start. So maybe we'll find ourselves in the postseason this quickly, which I would absolutely love. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3 or 4. I think it's year 3. So at the end of year number 3 or 4, I can't remember, MVP goes to Wemby. Stokes is your rookie of the year. This is year 3. 6-man goes to Giddey. Wemby's your depoy, and Nate Ament is your most improved player, which makes sense. We gave him a little bit of a higher shot tendency. Morant's your clutch player, and Kidd is your coach of the year, and executive goes to Hobson, and Cup MVP went to Paulo. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So we don't get any Bucks here. Giannis went to Brooklyn, which, of course, there's kind of rumors about that anyway. So I guess he went there in free agency. Our rookie first team and our rookie second team. Of course, we unfortunately kind of threw away our pick. I'm going to really hate myself if this guy develops into something. The last time I had him in a rebuild, he didn't develop really well at all, which is why I was kind of hesitant to draft him, but I don't know. I may have messed up, but yeah, we're doing all this. Oh yeah, by the way, we're the second seed in the East. Like, this turned around pretty quickly. 51-31. We did all this while throwing away the 3rd overall pick, which I hate I hate myself for that. But Ricochet is becoming a stud. 30 points per game on 45% from 3 shots, which is, or 45% percentage from 3. 17 from Nate Ament, 17 from Connect. I mean, we got some shooters, I will say. Look at the shooting we probably have on this team. I mean, I guess it's only 2 guys. Connect and Ricochet. Ryan Rollins not too bad either. And Anthony Black shot 30%. So I'll take that. But all right. How about our team stats? Team stats wise, I mean, like I said, we didn't want to tank for too long. So offensively, we're number 5. It looks like defensively, though, we were maybe pretty rough. So let's see. Actually, middle of the pack. No, quite. A little towards the bottom. 20th. So that could be what does us in here, is our defense not being the best. We draw Orlando in round 1. So let's see what they look like. They got Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz, Paulo, Wendell Carter, Jet Howard, Caleb Wilson, and Jace Richardson. So this should be a fun matchup, but a tough one at that. They want to put Asa Newell in the starting 5, which, I mean, I guess we can roll with it. So game 1 is going to go to Orlando. They beat us by 1 point there, but we do even it up in game 2. Let's go back to see if they want to put Nate back in. Asa Newell is killing it. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to them. Okay, we got a close series so far. Close series, which we're still a young team, so I'm not too discouraged by that. But now time for game 5 at home in Milwaukee. And I would love nothing more than to get a series win already under our belts already this quickly after trading Giannis. That'd be a great turnaround, but we are going to be at a disadvantage going down 3-2. So now it is time to see if we can't win game 6 to force a game 7. We start off in the first quarter super hot, outscoring them by 20. Second quarter, they cut into a little bit. Third quarter is tied, and I think we will force a game 7. 140-114. This is to get to the second round after a year, like 2 years after trading Giannis, or a year after trading Giannis. This could be beautiful if it happens that way, but the Magic may come back at the end. And no, we hang on, and we get a first round series win already. We just traded Giannis not that long ago. We are the second seed, get out of the first round, and now we get to play the Boston Celtics, who have Alex as their starting center. Peterson, wow. Peterson to the Celtics with Tatum and Jaylen Brown is crazy. Now, he sucked. Wow, in the first round, he was horrible. He got 15% from 3. Holy crap, that is horrible. He did only attempt 13, but whatever. That could be a big 3 that could be tough to beat. We'll see. Game 1 is going to go to us, though. Good start, 115-97. Mark Williams with a banger game. We'll absolutely take that. Game 2, we're up 2-0. Oh, boy. Are the conference finals inside already? We're up 3-0. Oh, my gosh. Do we sweep the Celtics? I don't love the idea of the Celtics being down 3-0 right now. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling they might come back on us. But if we can just close them out here, then all that will go away. And we will. So we are going to go to the conference finals already. Ricochet with 36, 31 from Nate Ament, 25 and 17 Mark Williams. But we are about to run into the Knicks, which the Knicks are always tough. And the Pistons almost came back on them, which would have been an interesting matchup for us. But the New York Knicks, man, Noah Clowney is their starting power forward at the moment. But all right, got this far. Let's see if we can't get to the NBA Finals after already getting here. So we do have a lead in the first game here on the road in Madison Square Garden, and we will beat them 121-98. Oh my gosh, no way we do this. So can we win game 2 in Madison Square Garden as well? We are right behind them. In this game, we steal it at the end, and we're up 2-0 on the Knicks right now. We're literally up 2-0 already. This is looking good. Now we got to take advantage and put the kill shot in. Go up 3-0. Come on, man. We're at, I don't even know. Is it Quicken? No. I don't even know the Bucks. I think it's escaped me. I don't even know their arena name. The name is escaped me. I think I can find out really quickly, though. How do I find out? It's like this, and then you do this. It's not that important, but kind of is for my own. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can't think of it right now, but whatever. We're down. We're up 2-1. So we're in prime position to win the series. Let's go to an 8-man rotation, and let's lock in here, man. Let's go up 3-1. Let's go up 3-1 in Milwaukee. Whatever reason, I can't remember the name of their arena, but can we win at home, or are they going to tie the series? They are going to tie. Oh my gosh, before it's overtime, we go up 3-1. Oh my gosh, I thought we were dead and we're going to a tied series, but now we are in prime. Oh gosh, it's the Mavericks still in the finals. That's always scary. But can we? No, we're probably going to have to go back to Milwaukee. Yeah, the Knicks are not dead either. I'm not going to rule them out coming back from 3-1 on us. That would not shock me the slightest. Fact, let's even do this. Let's take some minutes away from our bench a little bit, and let's give as many minutes as possible to Ricochet, connect, and then Nate, a minute. Can you give me like, yeah, let's see if we can do that action. Give our guys as many minutes as possible here, and try to close the Knicks out here and avoid going to a game 7 after being up 3-1. I believe the moment overtime. They forced a game 7. Okay. Game 7 in Madison Square Garden. We've won twice here already. Can we do it again? Dead, man. That kills me. We were just in position, unless we come back here, which we're kind of making a little bit. Yeah. We were just up 3-1. We blew the lead. That's brutal. Mavericks and Knicks, and the Mavericks did go on to win all. I mean, there's a chance we would have lost to the Mavericks anyway, but man, we were right there already. That would have been a crazy turnaround. Unfortunately, did not work out. But hey, we know we're close. And I don't know if there's going to be much movement out of me based off that. But we'll see if any of these picks we've traded for are cashing in here. Brooklyn via Philly. And then the Pelicans get our pick. I don't think we have anybody's pick yet. I think that's in the future. No, not quite. But Mosley has been a great addition, so we will definitely keep him around. I think the main thing is just to keep the team the same. We were 1 game away from the finals. 1 game away. Go to player options. Keep everybody as much as we can. And then hopefully Caesar, I mean, we'll see on Caesar Nunez as well. We drafted someone that I don't know if I can feel great about, but if he develops into anything, that's just another, piece of the puzzle that would help us out a ton. Now, the Lakers are trying to get it in on Ricochet, which we're obviously going to match. I mean, he's been awesome. I'll match Shannon as well. So I would like to get Connect back too. I mean, he's been great. So let's bring in Connect, bring all these guys back. And then it looks like we have money to maybe sign one more good player too if we want to. I might look into that. Let's see. Do we like what we have right now? I mean, I guess we need a backup 5, so it's probably we're going to go with this. Backup center, Capella, Iguodala, or Daron Sharp or Gobert. I'm going to go... I actually don't like any of these options. I might just go ahead and go to Doncic and hope he develops into something since he's young enough that he may still progress into something, but... we'll see. Okay, moment of truth on Caesar Nunez. If he's not going to develop anything, then maybe we just move on. And he's up to a 73. Yeah, dude, I threw that pick away so badly. I hate myself for that. But all right, Nate's up to an 86, which is good. But I think I'm going to use Nunez, man. Like, we got to trade him. I can't hang on. I can't hope that he turns into something. We threw away that pick. Let's take our L. And then let's go look and see how much. I think the Pistons drafted... the other guy was considering. Maybe, I don't remember. Let's go see where he's at. I know his first name, but we'll know his last name. So let's see what he is now. So I mean, again, he hasn't developed out, and I was considering him, but okay. I'm going to make a trade, though, because I definitely want to. I want to make a move to push us towards to go win a championship this year. I'm headed to the Clippers. I'm going to be talking to them about Zubac. This really should be a done deal if they like the idea of Nunez, and they do. So we get a new center in Zubac, which should make our center rotation better. So that should be, hopefully, the final piece of the puzzle. We were 1 game away from the finals last year. The Zubac put us in position to go win the championship now and get to the finals. We shall see. So at the end of this season, we finish up once again as the 2nd seed in the East. Here were your player stats. So 29 from Ricochet, 18 from Nate Ament, 18 from Connect, 12 and 9 from Zubac, 11 and 7 from Mark Williams, 10 and 5 from Newell, and then 10 from Rollins, 9 from Anthony Black, and 5 from Peyton Watson. If we look at our team stats, offensive rating wise, we're number 2. Defensively, I think we got a little bit better this season too. We're 11, so that's better than I think we were 20th at one point. So we'll see what we can do in these playoffs. So we get to play the Chicago Bulls, which the Bulls are always a weird team that are sneaky good. Even when you look at them, you're never really that impressed. But for whatever reason, they just gel super well in the 2K sim. So I'm definitely not ruling the Bulls out beating us in round 1. It would suck. It would sting. But I won't rule it out. We're up 1-0 though. And we're up 2-0. So far, so good. We are up 3-0, and looks like the Bulls do get 1. Don't let them get 2, please. We beat them in 5. Now we run into the team that obviously beat us last year, that being the Knicks. So let's see what we have with the Knicks. So we got Brunson, Mikal, Bacome, Dadier. So it looks like they have OG. I guess they may have lost Josh Hart. They have Darius. I mean, we were up 2-0 on this team last year, but it obviously did not matter. We're up 3-1 at one point. So we're up 1-0 though, 108 to 90. So good start. Nate with 27, 25 from Ricochet. And we're up 2-0. So far, so good on these Knicks. And we're up 3-0. We're going to sweep the Knicks. Why couldn't we have done that last year? I don't know. But Boston, well, honestly, I was about to say, I'm hoping the Celtics beat the Raptors, but we took care of the Celtics pretty easily. But, I mean, Darren Peterson maybe could have developed a little bit more. So, I don't know. We got the Mavericks and either the Pelicans or the Spurs on the other side. It's going to be the Pelicans over there. And then, let's see. We got the Celtics who have a more developed Darren Peterson. So, while we did beat this team last year, obviously, they do have a nice big 3. So, there's no guarantee that it's going to be the same. So, here we go. Game 1. We're up 1-0, 132 to 128. 31, 6 and 6, 27 and 24. Game 2. So far, so good. Do we go up 3-0? We do. Okay. There was no sweat. We beat them in 4. So we literally only lost 1 game. That's it. Dallas or New Orleans, it will be probably the Mavericks. And we all know when you come to play the Mavericks, it could go probably the Mavericks' favor 90 times out of 10. 90 times out of 100. But maybe there's a 10% chance, as I hit the mic, I'm sorry. 10% chance that you get out alive. But we will take the Mavericks with the utmost respect here in Simcast every single game because we know what can happen. Oh my gosh, as I click Sim through a game. Do we? No, we're on the road at least. Like, at least we're on the road. So I guess, I don't know. We need to win, hopefully, the game 2, though. So I didn't mean to sim through game 1, but game 2, Simcast. It's a close game. We had the lead there for a second, but the Mavericks take it back. Do we ever get it back from them? No, we're down 2-0. It's the Mavericks. Am I surprised? No, not at all. Can we tie the series, though? Can we win game 3 and win game 4? So we have a nice lead in game 3, though. As long as we don't blow it, we are going to win 1 game. And we do. Oh, my gosh. They low-key kind of made that closer than I would have wanted. But we won game 3. Now for game 4. You want to keep messing with the rotation. Nate's back in. Game 4 on at home in Milwaukee. Can we come out here and win and tie the series? We've been right behind them the whole game. Did we ever take the lead? No, literally never did. We were right behind them the whole entire time. Now for game 5 on the road in Dallas. I mean, we have to win or we're dead here. So let's see. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. So the Mavericks, of course, are inevitable. As I mentioned, 90% of the time when you play the Mavericks, you're going to lose. So I'm not surprised. We made it to the finals and we lose. I'm going to give this one final chance, of course. We got to. So I'm going to run this same rotation basically right back. And, you know, Nate's going to develop more. Connect might develop more. And we'll have to see if we can get out of the East first. We may not even get out of the Eastern Conference, but this might have been our chance to win. And we just maybe blew it there. But we're going to try to keep the team intact for the most part. So also we have some lottery picks coming up potentially. And we are in here. So the Atlanta pick that we got from the Giannis trade is going to turn into pick number 9. Nothing crazy. So whoever we draft here is probably not going to contribute. Bo's in the last year of his deal. So I think this next season is probably the last one. So let's go see if with the 9th overall pick we add anything that could help us out. Cam Mercer, I'm pretty sure I heard that name. So I'm going to go ahead and take him here. Florida State, welcome. If he can contribute right away. 76 overall. Might be able to play right away. We'll see, though. Nate. And then qualifying offers, Asa Newell, which I do want to keep him as well. So, Flag's a free agent. Obviously, I'd love if he left them, but he probably won't. So, I'm going to just re-sign Asa Newell and Mark Williams. I'll probably just let Peyton Watson and Terrence Shannon go because we have some guys that are probably, well, hold on. Not previous periods. Let's see. So, Anthony Black, connect. Mercer, who, like I said, he could play right away probably. Smith, who I'm hoping to become something for us as well. So I guess the only thing I could do is sign a backup point guard, which, I mean, I'll just give Davion Mitchell a deal. And I think that'll be our offseason. So Mitchell is in, and then player progression. Let's see what this is looking like. We have Riche 92, 86. Zubac is regressing, but yeah, this is going to be it. So we'll see if this team has what it takes to get back to the finals. Hopefully it's a different opponent than the Mavericks because, like I said, the Mavericks, they are tough. We get Boyd Anthony win Executive of the Year as we went 64-18, and Riche also won Cup MVP, which was nice to see. So here's your NBA first team. Riche, does he make a... No, I'm surprised Riche hasn't made one of these at least once. I don't think he has, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. So we end up as the first seed in the East, which is great. Player stats, you had 32 from Riche, 18 from Nate, 17, or probably more, 18 from Connect, 11 from Zubac, 11 from Mark Williams, 11 from Asa Newell. And then if we look at our team stats, offensively, we were number 2, and defensively, we were number 5. So not bad, but now it is time to see if we can get back to the NBA Finals out of the Eastern Conference. So Miami, game 1, we take the 1-0 lead. Whitmore, Hero, Bam Adebayo, Chloe, and Donovan Clingan, and Jaime Jaquez. Game 2 up 2-0. This is looking good so far. 3-0. And we will beat the Heat in 5, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Now we get to play the Pacers, we have not dealt with. The Mavericks are nowhere to be found as well. So this could be our chance, but we got to get out of the East first. So the Pacers do have a replacement at the 5 now. Johnny Furphy's developed into something they could play. They're up 1-0. We even it up. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. Beat them in 5, hopefully. Yes. All right. We're back in the conference finals. Now I get to play the Chicago Bulls. So they got LaMelo Ball now and Knipple. So 2 Hornets guards went over to Chicago, which is kind of interesting. Kobe White, Josh Giddey, Dariq Whitehead, and Jovic. They are loaded at guard, man. Holy moly. But all right. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. This is looking good so far. We might have our golden ticket to make it to the finals, but we got to win game 3 as well, and we don't. Okay, so game 3 goes to Chicago. They want to put Mitchell in as well, but we're in a tied series. Okay, tied series, and now we can fix the rotation the way we want. Okay, Anthony Black back in. Game 5 on the road, or at home in Milwaukee. I mean, this is a golden opportunity to take advantage of where we're at right now. No Mavericks to be found on the other side, so please just win, and we will. 117-127. Now it is time to hopefully go win at in Chicago and go back to the finals here. We have the lead at the moment, but it is back and forth. Chicago Bulls. Okay, we barely won 150-114. We're in the finals, and we can play the Phoenix Suns. A rematch of the finals the last time the Bucks were here. Well, obviously, we went to play the Mavericks last year, but last time the Suns were here, they played us. Okay, let's break their hearts again. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. We're up 2-1. Beat them in... okay. I was feeling good there. I was feeling the momentum, but it's 2-2. I think this went in 6 last time these two teams played, so hopefully we can maybe get that same way here. We are going to have a late lead here. Can we hang on to it? Yes, we can. We're up 3-2. Can we beat them on the road to secure this championship? Get the Milwaukee Bucks another one. It might go to a game 7, fellas. Let's see. Game 7 could be on the horizon. It's going to game 7. Game 7 is indeed happening. We go 8-man rotation. We go 40 bench utilization. We bring it all. And we're going to also take some minutes away from the bench a little bit more. They want to put Newell in, but I'm going Asa. I'm going Nate Man. I'm going our best overall player here. I don't care about momentum right now. Let's just play our best players here and hope it happens. Game 7 at home in Milwaukee. Let's see. Can we... Why did we not come out firing in the first quarter? Oh my gosh, we're going to get blown out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 142-112. We were up 2-0 and we lose. 2 NBA Finals appearances. Lost both of them. The Suns get the revenge. And that'll be the way the video ends, on an absolute heartbreak. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Man, we turned this team around. It just sucks we couldn't complete it with the championship. That's going to be a heartbreaking way to end this one. But thank y'all for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. Clippers, like I said, I think it's going to be the next one we do tomorrow. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.